What was cool was the dual dome because you got to fight against all the other robots.
Alright, we just got to the end of the final day of Design Challenge Battle Blocks. It's been an absolute pleasure to run this one. This year teams were pitching to get their company and their robot onto the moon to mine helium-3, which is actually a very relevant topic at the moment with NASA launching the Archimedes project. Students were given all the technical resources to understand what it takes to mine helium-3 on the moon. They also were given the scenarios through which they were testing their robots. We gave a really strong competitive element to this year's design challenge, and the students had to face 3 tiered events. Tier 1 was the dual dome, which for the first time we had teams pairing up versus other teams. And this was a 2 versus 2 situation where they had to go through a series of grueling, challenging rounds to score points. The other Tier 2 events was a fortress run that tested the agility of the robots through a minefield maze course, which really showed the skillfulness of the drivers. The final tier was the Alliance Quest, which was quite a technical challenge, but this required teams to cooperate with another team, and they had to move blocks into a position that would allow them to cross a moon canyon.
So one of the biggest things I found the coolest in our robot design is that his hands actually spin to defeat all the other enemies.
On the hardware side, we went with Lego Technic, and this formed the core hub with all the outputs on the motors and certain structural elements. While the Technics was the core of the mechanical side, it was not what was needed at the end in terms of aesthetic. So students were pushed to try and create a cladding around their robotics, much like a vehicle is with the engine fitted out.
I thought that how we just had to figure out how to do it ourselves with just a few inspiration pictures was quite fun, because we could be creative and create our own design to make our own rover unique and special with different abilities.
This year we decided to include coding for the first time, just on an intermediate level, so that students had a feel for how to actually control their bots from a digital point. This was Scratch coding that was modified by them. Many students have had experience with Scratch, some completely new, but all of them by the end of the challenge knew what they were doing, which is an amazing outcome. As always, we always need to make a full rounded version of this challenge by including branding, pitching, and a marketing element, which is critical for the pitch stage. And students were judged on their ability to include technology, understanding of the situation, how their robots were unique, and what unique selling points they actually presented.
Crisis that's going on in the world and how we can resolve that by using helium-3.
In addition to the challenges of the main arenas and the pitches, we had the students also compete on the mini challenges. So this was the first time we introduced our own digital currency, so students could automatically have their earnings updated in the lunar shop, and they could get upgrades which were motors, aesthetics things, they had gameplay situations, and some of the students really showed their strategic thinking, where they just spent all their money on certain things that give them huge advantage in a game. The upgrade shop is always something that has been a joy, because it always brings different elements and different styles to the bots, and I'm sure you can see the range of varieties that we got in the bots.
This year, instead of being part of the design challenge, I was assistant to coordinator. Being a DP student in grade 11, it was really interesting being able to help and assist all these young minds. This year it was really special and it blew my mind. The level was completely different and it was really fun.
One of the best things that came from my group, I think, was how we managed to work together, and working together allowed us to thrive, and I think we came like 4th or 5th, which was really good and a positive result.
We extremely enjoyed the building process and the coding process.
There's been a lot more competitiveness from the students, a lot more technical ability was also shown. I just want to say a really huge congratulations to all the teams and all the staff that participated in this amazing design challenge, and we're looking forward to the next one.